Hello, I am Mrs. Paul, the high school guidance counselor. Today, I would like to review scheduling with our at-home learners. I will give a brief overview and then go a little bit more in depth for each grade level. Each student graduating from Jefferson High School needs to earn 21 credits. Those 21 credits consist of 4 English credits, 4 math credits, 3 science credits, 3 social studies credits, a half credit in health, a half credit in PE, and 6 elective credits. Of those 6 elective credits, 1 needs to be a fine arts, which could be band, choir, or an art class. The class of 2022 also needs 18 graduation points. Graduation points come from taking end-of-course exams. There's end-of-course exams in English 1, English 2, Algebra 1, Geometry, U.S. History, Government, and Biology. That is where your 18 points comes from. For the class of 2023 and beyond, you do not need the graduation points. However, you have to earn competence scores in both the Algebra 1 and English 2 end-of-course exam. You also have to earn 2 graduation seals. Those graduation seals could come from career technical trades, such as the multimedia class here at Jefferson, or going to A-Tech and earning a certificate from a trade out there. You can earn a seal through CCP classes. You can also earn a science seal by scoring a competence score on your bio end-of-course exam. You can earn a social studies seal by earning competence scores on the government and U.S. history end-of-course exams. There's various ways to earn those seals, and there's 12 of which you can earn. You only need to earn 2 of them. Also, students have the option to take AP courses. Some students who are juniors and seniors are already aware of what AP courses are, but for those of the younger students that are watching this, AP stands for Advanced Placement. Advanced Placement courses are classes that we offer here at Jefferson High School that allow you to take an exam at the end to earn college credit. For instance, we have U.S. History AP, or AP U.S. History A-Push. Those students taking that course are basically taking a college level course here at Jefferson. In May, on May 6th actually, they will begin to take their AP exam. If they score a 3, 4, or 5 on that exam, they can then take that AP exam score and transfer it to college and earn college credit in that subject area. If you are interested in AP classes or have more questions about AP, please feel free to email me. Also, if any student is interested in CCP, attending A-Tech, or if you're a senior signing up for work study, please email me at lisa.paul@jalsd.org and I can answer the questions that you may have. Now, for seniors. This is the course selection sheet that will be emailed to seniors. Seniors typically have 2 graduation requirements left to fulfill by the time their senior year comes around. They need to take their 4th year of English and their 4th year of math. There are definitely other science and social studies courses that they can sign up to take, as well as electives such as band, choir, art classes, computer classes. Those are all open to seniors as well. A few questions I get from seniors in regards to taking their courses comes from their math. Every student must graduate Jefferson with Algebra 2 or an Algebra 2 equivalent. Typically, that's taken care of in your junior year. So seniors will then wonder what math they should take their senior year. If you are college bound, we definitely recommend taking Stats Dual Credit or Trig Pre-Calc. Stats Dual Credit is a class that you can take here. We partner with Kent State University, and it allows you to earn a high school credit for stats, but it also allows you to earn 3 college credits from Kent State that would transfer to other colleges, even if that's not the school you choose to go to. Accounting is also a math class. A lot of students ask if they can take accounting as a math, and yes, that does count as a math class, and you can use that as your 4th math as well. Another math on here that students often ask about is Integrated Math 3. In the past, we've called this class Real World Math. It is a math class that basically takes real world things that you would encounter once you graduate and you start adulting, and apply it, you start to learn about those things, such as car insurance, credit card, interest rates, applying for a loan, whether it be to buy a house, to buy a car, if you're taking out student loans. It goes over all of those applications, as well as some other things such as stock market and how to write a check and things of that sort. So Integrated Math 3 is a good math class to take. It's pretty practical. I just would like to make one note about science classes. If you are planning to enter into the healthcare field and you have not taken chemistry or anatomy while in high school, please sign up to take those courses. When you get to college, you'll have to take a chemistry or an anatomy class. Actually, you'll probably have to take both for that field. And it would be helpful for you if you have the background knowledge from taking it here in high school before you go into it in college. There's also a spot on your senior scheduling sheet that you can sign up to do work study. Work study is where seniors can basically come into school for half a day. They take the required classes that they need, and then they can either leave early or come in late, as long as they have a job and can show proof every 2 weeks with either a pay stub or a timesheet that they are employed. That does earn a credit for students. Students do need to be registered for 5 credits at this, also their senior year. I think that's about it for seniors. Juniors, rising juniors. They are still pretty much fulfilling their high school requirements. Every junior will take an English course. Your options here are English 3 and AP Language and Composition. So you do have the option to take an AP English course if you would like. Juniors also have to sign up for government. All juniors are required to take government, and this is the last requirement in the end of course exams that you would have to take while in high school. And you have the choice between American government and AP government. Math classes, students are typically signing up for Algebra 2 in their junior year. Some students who have already completed Algebra 2 honors as a sophomore, they will be signing up for Trig for their junior year. Then you have your science classes. Students need 3 sciences to complete their requirements of the 21 credits for science. Your first 2 years, we tell you that you have to take a physical science and a biology. Your junior year, it opens up to more of the classes that you may be interested in taking, whether it's Bio 2 or you'll work on dissections, or maybe you've completed Bio 2 already and you can go on to anatomy. There's also chemistry, conservation science, environmental science. So those are your science classes, and same thing as I told the seniors, if you are planning to go into the healthcare field, it would definitely be a wise choice to sign up to take chemistry and anatomy before graduating high school. Over on the right-hand side of your sheet, just as with the seniors, you have your electives that you can take, your computer classes, art classes, your foreign language, which we offer Spanish, and then you have followed up by your band, choirs. You will also see AP European History and AP US History. Many sophomores have the opportunity to take AP US History. If they took US History as a sophomore and you want to push yourself and take the AP portion your senior or your junior year, you're definitely able to do that. And then you have Managed Transitions and Wellness. Managed Transitions is it's basically like home ec. You will do cooking and different tasks in that class. It is enjoyable. Kids like that one. And then Wellness is Advanced PE, which is just a PE elective. One more thing for the juniors that I forgot. A lot of students that are sophomores have the choice to make if they're going to remain with Jefferson High School or go on to ATech. If you have applied for ATech and have not heard back, you should be hearing soon. If you have not applied but are interested in ATech, please contact me or go to atech.edu and fill out the high school application for their programs out there, because I know that their programs are filling up. For our rising sophomores, so for those of you that are freshmen now, again, your schedule is a little bit more scripted because you have to fulfill certain high school requirements, and we like to get that taken care of in the first 2 years that you are a student in high school. So every student will be choosing either English 2 or English 2 honors. Then you have U.S. History and AP U.S. History that you can choose between. There's also U.S. History Honors, so U.S. History is more of a general class. U.S. History Honors is stepped up a little bit more rigorous, and then AP U.S. History is definitely a difficult class as it is a college-level course. You need to select one of those. For math, your choices are Geometry and Honors Algebra 2. Most students that are rising sophomores will be taking geometry. The only reason you should be selecting to take Honors Algebra 2 is if you are currently in geometry as a sophomore right now. For sciences, most freshmen are taking physical science, which means their sophomore science would be Bio 1. So most sophomores should be selecting Bio 1 as their science class. If you are taking Bio 1 as a freshman, you then have the option to sign up for Bio 2, which is just an extension of Bio 1. You go a little bit more in depth with plant cells and animal cells and also dissection of animals. Some students will have the option to schedule for chemistry as a sophomore. The only way you can schedule for chemistry as a sophomore, though, is if you are going to also be signed up for Algebra 2. So again, those of you that are freshmen, you can sign up to take chemistry if you are also signing up for Honors Algebra 2, which means you'll have completed geometry by the end of this year. And then there is the PE requirement. Students have to have 2 semesters of PE while in high school. There is a PE waiver which would allow you to opt out of gym, and the way that you would do that would be if you are in marching band and you've completed 2 seasons of marching band. If you're in show choir and you've completed 2 years of show choir, you're going to be going into your 2nd year of show choir, or completed 2 seasons of a sport, or a combination of the two. So if you, let's say you play basketball and you're also in marching band, that qualifies you for the PE waiver. So if you're interested in that PE waiver, you can select PE waiver on the sheet. And also, if you do qualify for the PE waiver, but you still want to take gym class, that is perfectly okay as well. You do not have to take the PE waiver if you do not want to. But opposite your PE class, or what would become a study hall if you took the PE waiver, is your career search. Career search is a class that all sophomores take. In there, they review different types of jobs, career paths to take after graduation. If you wanted to go into the military, they talk about that. They talk about careers that you can enter into after if you were to go to ATEC. They review job interviewing skills, writing a resume, job shadows. If you are interested, they can help you set up a job shadow. And also they work on some ACT prep work. Then you have on the right-hand side of your sheet, you have your electives, which again is your computer classes, computer apps, coding, digital imaging. You have your Spanish is your foreign language. You have your art classes, art history, graphic design and marketing, intro to art, and then 2D and 3D design, followed up by your instrumental music, which is band. You have stage band, and then also your choir classes. So you need to schedule for 7 of these courses altogether. So 4 of your core classes and then 3 electives if you are a rising sophomore. Incoming freshmen. This is where your courses begin to really count because you start to earn credits to build your transcript. Freshman year lays the foundation for that cumulative GPA that you're striving for by your senior year. Each class that you take is worth 1 credit with the exception of health or your PE classes. Health is worth half of a credit and your PE courses are worth 1/4 of a credit. So this is how we comprise your 21 credits. Freshman year, you will have to take an English class, a history class, a science class, a math class, a PE class, and a health class, in addition to 2 electives. Electives would be something like computers, art, or maybe Spanish. On your purple selection sheet that you will be emailed, You have the choice between English 1 and English 1 Honors. If you would like to stretch yourself, if you do pretty well in English, you enjoy reading and writing, and you want to give it a try, please sign up for English 1 Honors. If that's not necessarily your strong suit, there's nothing wrong with taking English 1. Next is your history selections. There's only one course to select, so it's pretty easy, World History. All freshmen have to take World History. Your third option that you're moving down to is your maths. You have the choice between algebra and honors geometry. So most freshmen will be taking Algebra 1. If you are taking Algebra 1 in 8th grade with Mr. Vaca, then you will move on to honors geometry as a freshman. Science. Again, you have two options here. Most incoming freshmen will be taking physical science. The other science that you may be taking is Bio 1. You will be taking Bio 1 if you took physical science in 8th grade with Mrs. Freeman. Your next options, or the next choices that you move down to is your PE. And again, you have PE 1 that you can select, or the PE waiver. So if you're going to be playing a fall sport and also enrolled in marching band, then you can opt for the PE waiver as a freshman. If that is not what you want to do and you would like to take PE, then just simply put a check mark next to PE. The opposite semester of PE will be your health class, which is a requirement for all students at Jefferson, and we like to get that done in their freshman year. So just to review your classes, your core academic classes as a freshman, you need to choose an English, whether English 1 or English 1 Honors. Everyone will choose World History. You select the math, whether it be Algebra 1 or Honors Geometry. You will then select a science. It will either be physical science or Bio 1. Then PE or the PE waiver, and a health class. Next is the electives on the right-hand side. You can choose between computer applications, which is just general applications of a computer with working with Word and whatnot. There's also coding and animation, so where you begin to write programs for computer programming. Then you have your art classes. You have Intro to Art, which is a general art class where you will do painting, drawing, some sculpting with clay and whatnot. You see a bunch of different areas in art. There's also Art History. Art History is a class for students who may not be interested in band or choir and they don't really want to draw, but you have to have some type of art class before you graduate. So we brought Art History into our course selection, and what you will be learning is how art was influenced by different time periods. So it's more of a lecture style class with videos, some hands-on group projects, but not as much as a general art class. Then there's graphic design and marketing. This is basically a small business within a class. It's done on the computers. You'll be using the 3D printer, but then you will also be doing projects, whether it be for businesses around town or different signs around town, where you will actually be painting signs. You will also be creating them on your Chromebook first and then transferring it over to those signs and whatnot. And we have foreign language. For those of you who would like to sign up to take Spanish 1, I encourage you to do so. However, please make sure that you are earning a B or higher in 8th grade language arts. And some of you may have already earned a Spanish credit in 8th grade, and if that is the case, then you can sign up for Spanish 2. Then you have your musical electives, and that would include band, which would be marching band and regular band in one class. There is concert choir, treble choir, and show choir. Show choir is a choir that you will have to audition for, which we will find out more about closer to spring break, when auditions will be held. But those are your electives for freshman year. Please select, it says select 3 of them. You will be placed into 2 of them by selecting 3. That way it gives us an extra option if one of your choices is already full. And that does it for scheduling. If you have any questions, please email me at lisa.paul@jalsd.org. Thank you.